When securing end caps, do you need row spacers? And I know that's potentially maybe a broad question, but to get a little more specific, single row racking, how do you ensure that they are stable? So I guess the question is, how do you ensure that racking is stable? And at what point, do row spacers have to come in or don't come in? I'm not sure if that questions make sense.
The designer is responsible for specifying how to anchor the rack, how to design it, every element of the rack, the anchors, the base plates, and also the overturning capacity of that rack. So if it's a very, the height to depth ratio is rather high, if you're above a 6, you start to really look into it rather deeply. If you're above 8, that's a very special case. Above 8 is a very, very lean system that you will probably not be able to simply anchor. You will probably have to use cross aisle ties. Now, we already talked about in the first question the separation with the structure. You don't want to attach your rack to the building structure unless there is the interaction of the two structures is considered in the analysis of both of them. So that's still a possibility. It's something rather hard to do, but it is still a possibility. So otherwise, the design engineer for the rack has to specify, where and how to attach the rack. I'm not sure that totally answers, but so I'm going to reference LARCs. So LARCs is the acronym for Load Application and Rack Configuration Drawings. In the more recent US code, they just said Load and Rack Configuration Drawings. I don't know where the application word went, but it doesn't matter. The approach is that it's like a building structure. It has to be designed. It has to have plans that are stamped by an engineer for each state, each province, and it's got to have somewhat detailed calculations that we can reference at one point. So you reference that document, and in there it says exactly where to have your cross-aisle ties, if any, row spacers, if any. They are detailed exactly where. You can't play with these things. You can't remove them at will because they are really designed and considered in the capacity of the rack.